Let's go. We're back. Round two, week two of UFRL season 9. And we're back again in tier 1, where Bird took the win in the opening round of the season, with Pesci finishing in P2. This propelled both their teams, Williams and RB, respectively, into the top two of the constructors. A good start from them, especially a good start from Pesci. It was being a Williams team who, for the past two seasons, have looked to be struggling when it comes to the constructors. But this year might just be the turnaround for the Williams outfit. Visa RB will not give that one up easily though, as Bird will obviously be looking for another win here today to keep them in that fight. Very strong team that Williams have at the top. Let's not forget the others that are on track. Alpine will have a reserve today in Destroyer Jack, as they did not have that last week. And anyway, he will have finished. Would have been a great point for them, honestly, last week, because we had 14 drivers finish, even though he finished in 15th. I believe that would have been 7.7 extra points. So it's a good start to the season. But now reserves can race. Now we're going to round 2. When it comes to the drivers' championship, we already know how it is set. It's set as the finish of last race. Some drivers did get a penalty though, like Black Panther, who is in P12. But the Kick Sauber team, who will be missing Jack tomorrow, that will be a big blow for them. But they will not be giving up, as Black Panther and Deck will be looking to score strong points today. But we should be beginning the session anytime soon. So let me hop on the stream so I can see what you guys are saying. We thought we were gonna see a new driver on track today, but an hour before the race he did back out of it, as people are already in the chat. Yeah, it's going to be a spicy one. Red Bull also have a reserve. Oh, they do. Oh, is that you? Yes. UFRL Parkour will be reserving for Red Bull. She can take that spot this race, as I said before. Reserves can race. Another team that will have been loving this points, just those extra points last race, if they could have reserved. And ironically, they are tied in the constructors with 81 points each, but Alpine will lead that because they had a better place finish than the Red Bull. But yes, it's gonna be an interesting one. Wrong color for my name. Oh no, you've changed it now. Not McLaren anymore. Oh, what, blue? Here we go, finally. Finally, we're off. Predictions for this one. Who do you think is going to win? I'll drop my predictions in chat. I'm gonna write it down on the stream. But let's see. I'll go for an order of this. I think he will get that win this time around, because it will have been a hard one to lose last time. I think this man will be a surprise on P2 in the podium. I believe he will continue his good run of this season. Pesh Hayes 1-2 in order. Yeah, definitely. This is my prediction. I think Pesci is going to grab that win after losing it last race. Deck, strong drive last race, had to get past the roadblock of Hazer, who did a great job to keep him behind. But this time around, it will be easier and Vegas to make that place, and we'll see if he can keep up with Bird and Pesci in front. I believe Bird will be in P3 today, given that they're definitely looking at him to try and beat that man. But it might just be a non-surprise that he will win again. But that's just my prediction for now. If predictions came true, I'll put Mercedes 1-2, just like what Winner did. Winners, I love that. But that's not how it goes. Into quali now. Dry quali. Is it going to be a dry race? If any of the drivers can give me that information, that would be nice to know. But it's the dry quali, and who's going to be first to go? Angry Badger going out on those mediums. UFRL Merc. A few drivers do have. One sec. A few drivers do have the engine pen today. Hope I get this being clipped. Yeah, I hope so too. Alright, boys, let's do this. Remember, what happens in Vegas has to stay in Vegas, as this race is never a boring one. I've never seen a really boring one at Vegas. Nah, I like it all. Give it all to me. Pause. As the Williams of Hazer, another driver. I believe he got pole position last week. Was it him or was it Pesci? I think it was Hazer. Obviously, you don't get that extra points for pole position anymore. So, you guys need to come on in chat. This is not a good look for the league. We are good boys and girls in here. We do not say stuff like this. Let's see who's going to be first to set the time. It's going to be that Kicksauber of Black Panther, who had a very strong race last season, but coming to the end, obviously, it all fell apart. But he'll be looking for a strong run this time around to kickstart Kicksauber's fight for that top 3 in the constructors, maybe constructors title. Yeah, so what happens? Vegas stays in Vegas. Hopefully, a very, very spicy one here. As we have someone off track. What's going on there? It's rusted boat. Did it make someone else going into the wall? Absolute noobs. Don't know what they're doing on track. There's a wall there, Deck. Come on. As he loses a wing before he even goes for a lap. I think his big shoe got stuck in the throttle and just went straight into the wall. But he was meant to be the first to set a lap. But I don't know now. Let's get to the Red Bull behind him. Is Parkour about to start a lap, and we're going to head to the pass, which is Iceman also about to start a lap. Let's see anyone from the lap. Is the McLaren on the lap? Lap for him. Alpine. Outlap for him, and Mercedes. That's Mr. P going out for his lap, about to start. So no one is in the lap yet to get to the Kicksauber, but maybe someone is trying to give. I believe one of them might have an engine pen. I don't know who. I know Merck has an engine pen. So I'll check who does. That's definitely will be going into it. And Black Panther will be finishing his lap, getting a little bit of stripping from his teammate there. Good one. 1:32.0, the first driver to set a time. The Red Bull behind is going to be Filthy Ghost, about to start his lap. Already low on that ERS, know how you really want to start a lap. As Hazer will be finishing his 1:31.0, looking for another pole position here today, for full second faster than Black Panther behind us. Bird 1:30.9, the first driver into 1:30s, and he will be looking for another win here today. So really spicing up at the top. Angry Badger 1:32.4. We're looking to improve on that tempo. Remember, he's a reserve driver, so just here to get those points. Strong points for EMT crossing the line. 1:37.0. Definitely not a good time whatsoever. He will surely know that as Iceman, Ice Cold, finishing his lap, going up to P4. Not a bad one set there from him. 1:31.8 for the Haas. As he talks right behind Parkour with a 1:31.5. Interesting. We'll see where she finishes at the end of quali. Move Parkour up. Red Bull do not need a tier 1 driver. Here's their tier 1 driver. She'll be liking this. She'll be liking what I'm saying here. Move her up. She's not meant to be in tier 2. Conspiracies. As I believe Deck is out again, so yeah, he is. He does have. He does not have a engine pen, so he will. Mr. P though up to P3 or 131.0, very close to the 130s. Good lap from him there. See what he can do. His teammates will be starting at the back here today, so see how much that can come in for Mercedes sandbagger. Getting sandbag allegations. As you can see, Destroyer Jack is just right behind the car with 700 per second, so it doesn't look like one, as Destroyer Jack also can keep that pace with that. But maybe Destroyer Jack is also another sandbagger that needs to be moved up. They both don't have drivers in tier 1, so that's my suggestion. Move them up. Leave Gandalf alone in tier 2. Leave him all alone. How wonderful that? I would absolutely love that. Trust me. As Iceman Ice Cold will be starting another lap in P8 with 131.8. One of the drivers that will be looking for a strong performance here today. Haas, not really that much of a good start last week. Also, this team, Aston Martin and McLaren, who are actually at the bottom right now, looking for strong points today to kick off the second week of the season. But again, those Williams drivers at the top, Pesci with 130.2, 7/10 faster than Bird. Unbelievable. He wants to be the man to lead the charge to get that constructors title that he's been fighting for the past 2 seasons. And this is exactly how you want to do that. Beating a driver like Bird by 7/10, absolutely brilliant time. I don't know, maybe he might have gotten a little bit of slipstream from his teammate, but if he didn't get that, that would just be absolutely brilliant from Pesci here. UFRL Pesci heads into the pits. Bird will definitely be looking at that time and thinking, what the hell, I definitely want to go out there. I'm sure I can beat that time, but that's going to be quite difficult for him. He needs to improve by 7/10 on his quickest time that he's set now. Few drivers yet to set a time, I believe. Merck, Rusted Bolt, who has also retired, and who else are going to set their engine pens this week as Coffee goes into the wall there. I believe that was on his push lap. That's not what he wanted. Surely will be going into the pits, or will he complete the lap? He will be going into the pits. That's a late entry into the pits. I don't know if that's a penalty in quali. Probably not. I believe that's in the race. But I love that. Declan will be finishing his lap. What time can he get? His teammate in P9 when he does cross the line. P2 for Declan. As you can see, my prediction for the race was Pesci to win, Declan in P2 and Bird in P3, and that's how they are right now in qualifying. That prediction just might come true. If it does come true, that would be brilliant points for the 3 teams up there. That's exactly what they will be looking for. Haas now strong display, 6 and 8 for the Haas team. What they have been planning. That's good from them. The Red Bulls also not doing a bad job here today. It's an interesting one. The Ferrari team, honestly, the Ferraris have really had a cause past few for a long time. I'll say for a long time in UFRL. It's very difficult to break that curse and try get this team fighting at the top. We'll see who can get that. So I'll stay. I'm P12 and P13. Looking to push that time for sure. Bam hasn't set a lap. Viva hasn't set a lap, and Coffee, the 2 Aston Martins, will be looking to come out now to do so. Let's see. Still in going in. Is this Black Panther up to P6? He goes 131.2. Good time for him there, as he does a good job for his teammates. As they're up now into the top 6. Sauber, exactly as they were planning. A good place to start, especially in Vegas. Anywhere really is not bad to start in Vegas. Starting front is even better. As Pesci is still up there 5/10 away from the man in P2 and 7/10 away from last week's race winner, the Bird, in the Visa RB. Can Pesci take the win that he wanted so bad last week in Austria? Bam has retired. I believe he also has an engine pen. So those are the 3 drivers with the engine pen. Bam, Rusted Bolt, and Merck. 3 drivers. That's just an engine pen this week. And they will be starting from the back. Visa RB and Mercedes will be looking at each other with Rusted Bolt and Merck starting at the back, because as rivals in the constructors, they will be trying to beat each other there, but you have the other end of Bird and Mr. P up in the top 5. How well can Mr. P hold on to these drivers, especially the Williams and the Visa RB, for the sake of Mercedes? And what can happen in this race? It's going to be a spicy one here at Vegas for sure. Very, very spicy one. As you can see, the Williams team are working together. The slipstream for Hazer behind, I believe, who is on the lap. I'm going to stick with him. It's Pesci on the lap. Oh, I don't know, maybe both on the lap. Okay, he might just be using the all to make sure that doesn't get close. As he pulls aside, and Hazer now is going to get that slipstream that I believe. Oh, but he invalidates. Absolutely bottles it at the penultimate corner. The Williams driver, he definitely know we have it. That his TP right behind him will be absolutely not delighted with that outcome there. But he has to go into the pits now. Obviously do it once again. The plan was to get both of them to have that slipstream lap, and maybe on the last one, just go on their final lap. But that plan probably now has fallen out of play. As Hazer and Mr. Speed by how close are they? Yeah, they're very close to Hazer and Mr. P, but those two are always together from last season. It has been a rivalry since last season. And where you see Hazer, you see Mr. P close by. And I believe they do enjoy racing each other. If I have the information about that, I don't know, but they might do enjoy racing each other. As 5 minutes to go here in qualifying. Let's see what happened there. Hazer, he just invalidated climbing there. That slipstream that he got from Pesci must have been strong. I think he probably did it on Pesci earlier. That's why Pesci's time is this good, because to beat Bird by 5/10, Bird has gone out to settle up again. To beat him by 5/10 is crazy. Bird doesn't have the option of that slipstream because obviously Rusted Bolt has the engine pen, so they can't work together here when it comes to that aspect. I believe the Mercedes might have done it with Merck. Merck just came out, gave him the slipstream and went straight back in. That's exactly how you want to do it for your teammate. You have to go straight back in, so you can't give him that slipstream, but to make sure you go straight back in and you do not start a lap. That's Huffy now in P6 with a 131.2, a good place for the Aston Martin team. We're looking to have a charge on this race. Not a bad finish from him last week. I believe he finished in P6. I'm not sure mistake in P7, but a good place for him to finish. You want to finish in that top 10 to get strong points in UFRL. That's everybody gets points, but the top 10 is where most people get double points. I believe it's double points for everyone in the top 10. Meaning like more than 9. I'm sure Ben and Mr. P will get into it on the last round. Yeah, as if they get someone in front of them in the right position and someone that's not too slow that they do catch up to them. But yeah, they don't have their teammates to help them out, like Pesci and Hazer. The Williams need to come together and work as well as they can to get that 1-2. That would be a very brilliant position to start for them, as Hazer can do the protecting, or Pesci, anyone. But we saw how Hazer did it last week at Austria, and that was actually pretty brilliant driving from the Williams driver. But he is going to try and get that P2. He does have, he's in that margin, just 3/10 behind Bird. Well, as Bird does improve on his time now, still can't beat Pesci. Pesci looks like he's going to grab this pole position here. I don't see anybody else beating him, unless he might have that slipstream that he got on his lap. But Bird with a 130.3 cannot beat that time, and that surely will be the end of his qualifying. Or maybe he did put enough fueling the car for 2 laps. We will see, as he's a non-now, who'll be trying to recharge that ERS. But Pesci is out now. We're trying to improve on his time. Already sitting in provisional pole position, as his team sits in pole position. In the constructors, as we have McLaren of Steve Lane on an out lap, and will be starting his final push lap of qualifying. We're trying to qualify out of the bottom 6 into the top 10. We'll see how that will work out for him. Heading on now to the Kick Sauber, Black Panther, another driver started that. They'll all be starting their final push laps here. And we'll see how the grid will be set up for this one. My prediction for the race finish is still set. It's still in a good position with Pesci winning Declan in P2 and Baird in P3. But we'll see, because Hazer is still fighting there. Mr. P is still going to be up there fighting. And see now will be coming out for his final push lap. Heading now to the Ferrari of EMT69 on his lap now. Then Williams of Pesci is not going to give his teammates slipstream this time around. Doesn't look like they're not going to do it this time around. So Hazer might just lost his opportunity to improve that time that he's hit. It's not a bad place to start in P4, but surely he will have wanted something better. He's not going to have that slipstream, but his teammate now is going to begin his lap, and there Pesci goes. Can he improve on his time? I'm going to stick with him a little bit here, because I know everybody else behind is on the lap. I believe it's the McLaren of Steel Lane that will be finishing his final lap first. So we'll head to him after Pesci does finish the first sector to see if he is improving on this push lap. When he does finish the sector, yes, he is 900 of a second, about a tenth up on his time. So you're going to head to Steel Lane very soon, crossing the line to finish his lap. What time will he get? As it's going to be P15 for Steel Lane. Does improve on his time, but not his place. The Aston Martin of Coffee on and out lap, I believe. Yes, on and out lap, as Black Panther will be finishing his lap. Getting a little bit of slipstream from the Aston Martin in front, but will he be improving on his time? Can he move up from P7? He does, up to P4, right behind Declan. 5/10 of an improvement for Black Panther. Unbelievable time from him there as he crosses the line. The Kick Sauber team delighted with that. Destroyer Drac next to cross the line on his start his push lap. As we have the Ferrari of EMT69 also starting his push lap. Right behind him will be Declan, as he is on the lap. Mercedes or Mr. P can't take the slipstream from the drivers in front of him, as they are all off now. And how will it go? Pesci about to cross the line. Will he improve on that time? Yes, he will. He absolutely smashes it. 130.1 for the Williams driver. He did not need the slipstream. He has the pace. Baird is out of qualifying. It's P2 for him. And Pesci definitely will be your pole sitter here today. Declan has invalidated his lap. That will be the end for the Kick Sauber as he goes deep there. But really, he'll just be moving out the way for drivers on laps, as the Haas driver of Iceman Ice Cold disqualified for going the wrong way. Interesting there, as his teammates will finish in P11. Iceman was going to be disqualified from the session. Unlucky for him. He was going to start in P9, but that means he's going to be right to the back for Iceman. Steel Lane will be going into the pit, or will he be finishing his lap? He's finishing his qualifying here. And this is the final run for most of these drivers. It's going to be the Aston Martin first of UFRL Coffee. Can he move up from that P7? Will he improve on his time? Yes, he will. Up to P5 he goes. Interesting stuff here. His teammate right behind Viva with a 130.1, easily improving on his quickest time when he does cross the line. Can he get into that top 10? As he's crossing the start finish line now, it's going to be up to P12 for Viva. It does improve by 5/10, but it improves by 1 place. As Deck in that Kick Sauber looking for that pole position. I believe that his teammates of Black Panther finishing his lap, as Mr. P in a Mercedes will cross the line and will have to settle for P7, not improving on his quickest lap there. The Ferrari of Angry Badger crossing line and finishing P13. That will be qualifying as EMT into the wall there. And that will be your run for qualifying, as he has retired from the session. The Ferrari Pesci will be your pole sitter. And that's the reason why I believe Pope's position points were removed in this league. You see how Pesci and Hazer have gotten the first two. There's really 2 extra points in the bag for Williams. And that is just not what we really wanted. We know that there are some guys who could get pole position every week. But Pesci will grab that pole position. He will start at the front. Williams dominant again. Kicks Sauber up there in a strong position. Coffee still doing a good job for Aston Martin. Mr. P in P7. Parkour in P8 in front of her teammate, Filthy Ghost. Her tier 1 teammate, Filthy Ghost. If I speak, I'll be in trouble. In front of her tier 1 teammate, Filthy Ghost. Smells like promotion! Smells like promotion! Yes, Destroyer Drag. Destroyer Drag also finished ahead of his teammates. Okay, Bam, at least Destroyer Drag has a reason. Bam, engine pen. I'm going to allow that so everyone can see what you just said. She doesn't want anyone hearing that. Smells like promotion. Oh, don't be scared. You can cook up here. Trust me, you can cook up here. We believe in you. It's 5 minute break. Say 5 second break. 5 second break. We're starting right now. 5 minute break before we begin round 2 at Vegas. Yeah, the top runners in tier 1 are absolutely just mental. So it's just when you're in the top 10, you're in a good position. It shows you have that pace because we have the top runners here who are just absolutely mental. So whatever position you get in that top 10 is strong. It's very strong. But we will resume. What time? What time is 32? So 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, we're off. I actually need to go get some toast. I'm starving. Let's go. There we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. In round 2 at Vegas, UFRL, Pesci still is going to have a good start there and keep his lead. As the Mercedes, with a good, better start than Declan, who's losing places a little bit there, can't get back into the position that he started from, as they will keep going on. A little bit of yellow flags at the back. It looks like JCFC has lost it. Look, and his teammate, okay, his teammate is at the back, so JCFC not with the best start there. Rostered both already up to P14. I'm looking to start making those moves. Mercedes almost goes into the back of the Visa RB there. Very clean through this corner. Nobody slamming into the wall as we head to the front now. Oh, Coffee has spun, dropping to the back. Not what he wants to be, what he will be looking for. The Alpine going around the outside there has a little bit of damage. Did they make contact there? Maybe Alpine, maybe someone else. But Alpine of Bam has damage. I don't know where that came from. Maybe that started from turn 1 as Hayes are 3/10 behind Bird now. As they've had a good start. Pesci trying to run away with this one. 7/10 ahead of Bird. Using a little bit of that ERS, but on the straights to be hard to pull away. A lot of straights here at Vegas. It's mostly what it is. Parkour has tucked behind a teammate of Filthy Ghost. He will be the leader of the Red Bull pair in this race in 7 and 8, exactly where they will want to be. Still Lane losing the place to Bam, moves up to P11. With that damage, he has the pace to make some moves. As we head to the front, the move being made at the back. Rusted Bolt down the inside of EMT. He's not going to make it easy for him. EMT is going to try and defend it around the outside of the Visa LB and keeps him behind. Rusted Bolt though, we know he's not going to give it up as he goes back right on the outside, going into a few corners later, and now can get ahead of that Ferrari. The Mercedes, Merc will be watching behind and looking to also make that move, as Rusted Bolt is not wasting no time whatsoever and is looking to get past this driver. Let's put up the tires. See exactly what we need to. I still, most of them are on medium, some going for the hards. Bird will be the first one to go on the hards out of the top 10. The only one on the hards had Angry Badger, Steel Lane, Merc, Iceman, and Viva. So going on the hards. Everybody else will be starting on medium tires here. Declan and Black Panther work together as they did in the last race, and hopefully can do it well once again, as Declan will be easily passing his teammate here up to P4. That's exactly what he needs to keep working together. Mercedes will try his best to hold on to the top 6. His teammate climb up as Bird now will take the lead of this race. Declan down the inside. Hazer is going to defend it from Declan. He's charging behind as Merc makes a place on EMT. Mercedes just keep following that Visa LB. He knows competitors as fastest lap goes to Declan 132.8 as he goes into the back of the Williams. They luckily nothing doing. Looks like none of them do have damage, and he can keep going. Very lucky for the kick Sauber there. Bam 210 behind Angry Badger, who does not have that DRS, and by reserve driver, just doing his best to get as much points as he can for Ferrari. But Bam is going to be putting pressure on him. Merc is going to be putting pressure on Rusted Bolt and making that place on Rusted Bolt. Into the wall though, Filthy Ghost dropping behind, and now Parkour is going to have to be the leader of the Red Bull as Filthy Ghost makes a mistake. Down to P18 he goes, down to the back he goes. Ooh, as the Coffee almost going to the back of his teammate though, I believe that was Viva. He's going back to the back of JCFC there, and he's going to lose the place to Filthy Ghost. But not what he want right now, as Mr. P of P6. Parkour has to try and get back into that DRS, but it will be very difficult for her to defend from the charging Destroyer Drag behind. It's a tier 2 fight here, as we have 3 tier 2 drivers: Parkour, Destroyer Drag, and Angry Badger, all in P7, 8, and 9. Absolutely performing brilliant here for their teams, as Mr. P has made the place on Black Panther. Looks like Black Panther has lost time to his teammate in front. That DRS has been lost. He will try to get that back as Hazer and Declan are fighting side by side. They go into that chicane. Unbelievable. Very close between the two as they're still going to be going into the final corner. Deck takes that place from Hazer up to P3. And their fight continues into Vegas, all the way from Austria, passing the Atlantic Ocean straight to Vegas. They are still going to be going at it. Hazer not making it easy for that man. As Lane getting ahead of the Ferrari of Angry Badger up to P11 he goes. Merck has moved up to P10. Very brilliant start from the Mercedes, who had an engine pen here today. And his next target is going to be bombing that Alpine. He's looking to look for the inside, not close enough. He will set it up. Most of these drivers now have lost that DRS, but Parkour can't get back into it as Black Panther is a little bit struggling a little bit in front. Mr. P now has gotten back up into the top 5 and can use that DRS to keep close to them. As there's more yellow flags at the back, is Black Panther. Like I said, he was struggling in his virtual safety car now. He is not having the best race here today, but you see how he can recover this one, as looks like Stilane had to give him the position back there. That is going to be a virtual safety car, hopefully not a full one. Some of these drivers can relax now. This is your moment to relax. As the race has resumed now, we have Pesci in the way. Declan up to P2 he goes. And like I said, my prediction of Pesci winning this race, Declan in P2 and Bird in P3, is how it is right now. That's why I'm looking for the top 3, but it might still mix up as Hazer is in there and in that fight, and definitely will not be giving up on that fight. Parkour, anytime Mr. P might have lost time in that restart for the virtual safety car. Parkour catching on to him very quick, also losing the time to the drivers in front. Parkour cooking in tier 1. Just move her up at this point. Move her up and get someone in tier 2 for Red Bull. She's that good. She just doesn't have the confidence. That good. As Destroyer Drac, we'll also be trying to catch up to these two drivers squabbling in front. Another driver with a lot of pace. These are drivers that will be fighting for constructor and for driver's title, definitely in tier 2. As Destroyer Drac's teammate has started the first fight with the win at Monza, and very good start for him for his driver's title fight, as he's been doing for the past 2 seasons in Mercedes. As Bird heading to the lead of this race, Pesci will now drop back into P3. He knows he doesn't need to fight it too hard because he has that DRS and the slipstream behind his drivers, and he can just keep following them. How much pace does Parkour have now? Can she catch up to Hazer and the rest of the drivers squabbling in front? If that is the case, that will be absolutely brilliant racing from her. You see yellow flags at the back. I believe that might have been the Haas, as Mr. P can keep close to the Red Bull here. As you can see, she's gaining more time on the drivers in front. She's absolutely pushing here. Unbelievable stuff from Parkour. If she wins this race, this is the Parkour race at this point. This is the Parkour race. Look at that, 1.5 seconds. Her first race back for the season. She didn't race last week at Monza. I remember that, and where she probably could have gotten the win. Mr. P will definitely be happy with what he's seeing in front, as she can pull him back into the top 4 fights and make it a 6-way battle here. Mr. Destroyer Jack also will be pushing to try and get back into that. Yet more yellow flags at the back. Look for Iceman, Ice Cold, and more struggles for the Haas team, as Pesci will take that place from the Bird, moving up to P2. He'll stuck back into his slipstream and try to switch back again, taking it back again in P2, as Deck can use this opportunity. They just keep fighting to pull away. Remember, he did, I believe Deck won last race at Vegas at the Inter last season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think Deck won that one. A very strong drive. So he has that pace here at Vegas. I won't be surprised to see him win in this race, as Mr. P has taken pace from Parkour. But that means they're slightly losing time now to the drivers in front. Maybe the strategy is to keep Parkour in front, because she looks like she does have that pace to wheel them in. So keep watching and seeing as they're losing slightly more time. And she will get back in front, and we'll see if that comes true. She will pull those drivers in. Merck now up to P8, 2.4 seconds behind Destroyer Jack on those hard tires. Strategy is different from the bunch of drivers around him. How strong of a drive can he have here today? The teams are squabbling for precious points. As something happened. The Mercedes of Mr. P going into the wall. Did he get damaged there? It doesn't look like. Lucky for him, he can't keep going without that wing damage. I don't know what happened there between himself and Parkour. Parkour has also lost the place to Destroyer Drag. They have lost a lot of time now to the top four, who definitely will be happy with that, and knowing that it's their own race now to go for the top four. If no safety car does come out, they will finish like this. If they can just keep clean. Destroyer Drag taking advantage of whatever happened there. Merck now has moving ahead of his teammate, but he will not be the one to put pressure on Parkour after whatever happened between them. Merck now has to push up, and Mr. P has to keep fighting here. Lucky one for him. EMT, the first driver, with a penalty right behind Rusted Bolt. He putting pressure on that Visa RB. Decided to start on those medium tires even after starting at the back. Maybe that might not have been the strategy for him, but he will definitely keep pushing here as they keep switching in front. The front battle, it's not really something to watch right now. Side by side, Pesci and Declan. I don't know if they're fighting too hard between these guys at the front. How hard of a battle do they want to do when you know that they can just keep DRSing themselves to the final parts of this race? We do not want any of you here to pull away. Like if Bird pulls away out 2 seconds out of this pack and run away with the race, that's not what they will want. So keep working together here. Destroyer Drag, another driver, doing very well as Parkour is cleaning on him, looking on the outside. She's now going to get that DRS down the straight here. Merck and the Mercedes also is there and will be looking to make his move very soon. But first, he's going to have a view of this as the Red Bull of Parkour gaining on the Alpine as they head down now the back straight. The Red Bull moves up to P5. Alpine is not going to fight it too hard. As you can see now, under pressure, Mercedes on from the Alpine as Bam gets ahead of Mr. P into P8. Especially now losing the place for Deca. They're still fighting in front. Oh, very close now. Hopefully none of them come together or take themselves out of this race. They keep it clean all the way to the end. Eyeing the Red Bull and the Alpine, looking to make those places on them to move up to P5. Keep fighting. That's it. There's more fights at the back. Steel Lane, EMT down the inside. Filthy Ghost is going to go. Did he make contact with the Red Bull there? Maybe not. He does have damage on his wing a little bit, but he still has that pace to keep going. After Filthy Ghost did go into the wall that's coming up now, I believe it was this one that he went into. And now he's going to have that DRS behind EMT, who also has that DRS behind Steel Lane, looking for it down the inside. You got to be very careful here as he keeps his car on the inside. Steel Lane is going to defend it. So all of them are sitting on damage here. Steel Lane also has damage in his front right end plate. Filthy has, and does the Ferrari have? Yes, the Ferrari have on his left. So they all have a little bit of wing damage here. That is exactly what they are working with. That's Mr. P now right behind Bam, and they'll be looking to pull in close to the drivers in front. They're losing more time to them. What they want. That's now Merck 4 turns behind Parkour. He'll be setting up that move, going down this back straight. Deck is going to be overtaken now by Hazel. He's finally moved up into that top 2 as he almost goes into the back there of Deck. He might have gone into the back there of him. As Hazel now is going to lose that place after being compromised, going there and losing the back end. He's going to the pits now. This is the strategy he is going for. Hard tires for Hazer. The Williams drivers were very close there, and no one to get that double stack. So it looks like Hazer will be the first one to jump into the pits out of those two. Merck now moving on to P4. Parkour will be following him. Interesting start to this race. Hazer though has to change his wing, and this definitely puts him out of the top 3 running for sure. It looks like when he went into the back of deck there, he had to change his wing. Destroyer Drac sliding right behind him, and Destroyer Drac, another driver, is absolutely performing out of his mind here. Where can he finish here at Vegas? Like I say, anything that happens at Vegas stays at Vegas, and it's all heating up on lap 10. That's not too high. Paco in a good place, 7/10 behind Merck. We'll be trying to pull away from her because it have those better tires, but she can't use that DRS and that shifting to make sure that he does not get far. These 3 now will be fighting for your top 3. Like I said, prediction getting closer and closer. If Bird and Pesci switch and definitely finishes where he is right now, the prediction comes true. I knew there would be the top 3, but who will be your winner is the question that we are all going to ask as Paco takes the place from the Mercedes of Merck. She might be going into the pits very soon because the medium tires have reached that point of pit stop. As now, if he went into the pit for those hard tires, 2.6 seconds behind Destroyer Drac, we'll be trying to get close to the Alpine there, who does not have the DRS in front. So that would be his motivation to try and push very hard. Paco is going to the pits now, and we'll see exactly where she comes out. She doesn't have to change her wing, that she did not get damaged in any of the incidents that happened. And Pesci going into the pits, Declan going to the pits, as the Bird staying out on those hard tires. He has to stay out a little bit longer, I believe 3 more laps before he goes medium tires and pushes all the way to the end. Look at Paco now. Paco and Hazer fighting side by side now. Hazer has put himself in a precarious position here after getting wing damage. Now he'll have to fight with the likes of Paco, Merck, and I believe Destroyer Drac. But Destroyer Drac continues to lose time them in front. It looks like he's struggling to heat up those hard tires, but we'll see if he can claw them back in. Iceman got into the back of them. He hasn't gone into the pits yet, so he'll have to go in for his mandatory stop. Leads has the provisional lead of this race. Maybe not. It depends on where Bird will come out when he does go in for his pit stop. Merck now all alone in P2. What strategy would the hard runners be going for? When would they be going into the pits? I think probably lap 14 or 15. This one. Push as Pesci now getting ahead of Declan up to P4, and they'll keep switching with that DRS to make sure that Bird doesn't gain too much time on them when it comes into the pits for his pit stop. As Paco now was taken by Hazer, they're fighting, squabbling as Paco will try around the outside. Hazer goes deep there. Paco hits him with the switchback of dreams as she gets ahead of Hazer. Absolutely brilliant driving from Paco here. Like I said, she does have the talent to race here in Tier 1 easily. Have good races. I know that TP will be thinking about it. It might be a good business decision to move her up and get a quick driver in Tier 2. You want someone strong, you want someone who can score points like what she's doing here in Tier 1. And she's your safest bet. That's how I look at it. If I was TP, I'll be definitely looking at that. I'm trying to get that move done. As Hazer gets the place back, and they will be used that DRS to keep switching, try and pull away from the rest of them. Destroyer Drac still losing time, and that means the Mercedes of Mr. P is going to talk right behind him. Get his move completed in front of them. They have a few drivers who haven't gone into the pits yet. 3 drivers that they will be getting ahead of. Their places are P7 and P8, I believe, for now. I believe are going to be having their own personal race going to the end of this one. Declan 2/10 behind Williams, and Declan gets by. Slide back behind us. There's yellow flags at the back. Safety car. It's a safety car. Destroyer Drac. As it looks like he might have spun and brought out a safety car. But who's going to take advantage here? It's going to be Merck and Bird. They are the ones who can take massive advantage of this safety. Wait! Unbelievable! Bird has to stay behind the safety car. Unbelievable for Bird. And it's all falling apart. Where is he going to come out though? when everybody else goes in, because everyone else has to go in. But oh, unbelievable! I know the VRB team are going to be absolutely hating this. I believe that means Declan will take the lead of this race. Hayes and PP, they have come in for those tires, but Merck can move on to PP. Lots of drivers making up places. This safety car that has come out. Wow. Unbelievable stuff as this race turns on its head. And a lot of teams will not be happy. They lost their boats up to P9. His teammate, the Bird, absolutely gutted. I'm not gonna say, even though he's a rival, I'm absolutely gutted for him. That must hurt. That must hurt as he now will be thinking about it. Where is he gonna drop to when he does come into the pits? He's gonna drop all the way to the back. Let's watch and see. Let's watch and see. He's almost there. But all the drivers are coming. I need a cup of water for that, because this is unbelievable. Where is Bird going to fall to? Oh my god. Where is he going to fall to? Well, that's what I want to see right now. Because he has to come in. He hasn't done his mandatory stop. He has to come in. That's just that's actually so unfair. Sometimes I'll actually say that's so unfair for the leader to get caught up like that. Because obviously if he had passed the safety car, he will be able to go on and get his stop. But now he has to go in. He's losing 1 place, 2 places, 3 places. I'm just gonna keep watching here. Can he skate in front of Pesci is the question. He's coming out now. He has switches. Can he stay in front of Pesci as Pesci passes the start-finish line now? Gets into the final, in the first corner of the race. Can Bird stay in front of Pesci? That's exactly what he'll be looking for. Yes, he can. Lucky for him that he's gonna keep that P6. All the rest of the drivers were not close enough to get ahead of him before he came out. He would have. That's a massive pack right there that he would have lost to. A 3-man pack and would have dropped all the way down to P9. Definitely will not be happy with that. But Bird can now be in P6. He's in a good position here. He still has a chance to win this race. He has the pace to win this race. But this is a good one. Now this is going to be a good end to the race. Honestly, tune in to watch this absolute spectacle. The race that we're about to have. It's gonna be a good one. Let me have my toast. I deserve it. Yeah, this is crazy. All right. Safety car definitely will be coming in at the end of the next one, end of lap 15. And I didn't even notice that Mercedes up to P3 and P5. Oh, we're in a very good spot, but obviously there's so much pressure behind. So, quite a very good spot now for this point of the race. So 10 laps to go. Anyway, they finish. Definitely, I'll be happy with that. The VRB teams will also be looking ahead as surrounding their competitor Williams. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting end to the race. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Declan and Hazer. Someone predicted Declan and Hazer on the podium. Let me go back and see what that was. I know someone definitely did that. Let's see. Pesh Hazer 1-2. No, oh yeah, it was. It was worrying her, guessing they're gonna get 1-2 here. 1-2 doesn't look very likely for the Williams here, but if they do, that'll be a brilliant 1-2. Especially down in P7, surrounded by absolute competition. Let's see exactly how this number. Who is this gonna work out for the most? Maybe Merck, because on those medium tires, fresher than the other drivers around him. Can he grab a race win here? Let me not get too excited. Let's calm down. Our safety car will be coming in at the end of this one. Deck going to be the one to go. When will he be going? Don't go too early, Deck. You don't want to get a penalty. Oh, don't go too slow too. You don't want to bunch up the pack too much where guys are getting damaged behind. 3-second penalty or Filthy Ghost. You don't want to get in the 3-second penalty on that safety car. That's what Filthy Ghost has acquired now, as Deck will go now. The race has resumed. There's going to keep fighting. Bird's already putting pressure on that Mercedes. He'll be looking for it down the inside. He is looking for it down the inside there. Williams trying it around the outside. Under pressure, Mr. P is going to be on. Definitely, as Bird and him are going to be fighting side by side. Bird moves up to P5 now, and Pesci will be the next driver to get it done under Mercedes. He sees Bird moving, pushing away, and he definitely doesn't want to let him go, as now he moves up to P6. Declan keeping the lead of this race as we go now 10 laps to go to the end of this one. And who is going to grab the win here? Fighting at the back, EMT and Viva. Viva now is going to lose the place. EMT and Black Panther trying around the outside of Viva. It's going to defend it. The Aston Martin. Black Panther still there. Going to try around the outside again on this left-hander. Can he complete that move? Oh, and somebody just spun. EMT's round. Is that going to be another safety car? It doesn't look like he's going to be. But the Ferrari's into the wall and he's run, and he's going to keep going. No safety car, nothing doing. And they're going to keep on driving. It's now Merck in a good position, but he does have that pressure of the Bird right behind him, who is getting closer to them now. So they're going to join. Fighting for Pesci though, it's not going to make it easy for Bird, and this is exactly what the drivers in front will be looking for. These two drivers to go at it and lose time to guys in front, but Bird is going to defend his place from Pesci, losing more time to Merck and the rest in front. And will Pesci give this one up and just let Bird get close to the drivers? If it looks like he's going to. Mr. P in P7 right behind Parkour, who's having a great race here today. And where can she finish at the end of this one? Bam now has lost the DRS to the drivers in front. That's not what he'll be looking for. He's trying to fight for that top 7 here. Don't want to lose that DRS in here, but Viva now has gotten ahead of his teammate into P13. They're going to be fighting though side by side. Black Panther is going to join this one, and they make contact there. No, they're not. Black Panther now in that sandwich. Can he complete the move on the other Aston Martin? He's going to try around the outside. Very tight space there. Viva is going to defend it. No space for Black Panther whatsoever, and he has to hold it back on the Aston Martin. As Mr. P now up to P, in P7, 4 tenths behind Parkour. These two looking at the very quick drivers in front of them, and they're actually planning out when they want to complete these moves. As Mercedes of Mark right behind Hazer and Declan. Will he want to get past Hazer now because he has that pressure of Bird behind? We'll see what decision he decides to make. As the decision Pesci decides to make is to make that move on Bird and take the P4 for himself. As Bird will not give it up easy for sure. As on the outside he uses that ERS, as the Mercedes now of Hazer has been overtaken. But Williams always has been overtaken by the Mercedes of Merck. Going a little bit deep there than Williams, but he can keep his place in P3. They're still fighting Bird. And there's more yellow flags at the back. It's EMT once again. Not going to be a good ending to his race, just like it was at China, the Inter-Tier. Really having the best few races here. Let's see if he can come back in the next run. Very strong. That's the Bird right behind Hazer. They're going to be fighting now to the end of this race. The drivers behind will be chomping and praying that they do not lose that DRS. Anybody can win this one. If anybody gets a second penalty right at the end, that would be absolutely gutting for them. As you can see now, Bird taking the place from Hazer. Down the inside he goes. Up to P3 the Bird goes. As he's charging up, he wants this win once again. RB of Bird is pushing very hard here. In front of him, the kick Sauber. Declan also wants to win this race. And another driver, like I said, could grab your win here. He does have that pace, and he's had a good race at Vegas the last time around. I believe he was there. We'll be looking for another win at Viva Las Vegas, as there's more yellow flags at the back from EMT, as he just keeps struggling and struggling. He's looking to just finish the race and get those few points for Ferrari. 19th place positions. The best he'll be able to do, unless there's penalties in front of him. But the Bird now will go on it on the Mercedes in front, who's going to defend is a little bit with ERS. Bird is not going to give this one up though, looking for it down the inside. Would the Mercedes let him go easy, or they're going to keep fighting? He has to tuck right behind. Not enough yet, as Mercedes now has to use that sifting of the kick Sauber to hold its fast moving Bird behind. He also has the pressure of and Hazer. They're all going out to Mr. P now. Would try his best here not to lose that DRS, make sure that he can stay in the fight, because he has that pressure of Rusted Bolt. Another driver that's good at charging from the back is doing it once again. Up to P8 he goes. Very good finish for Visa will be exactly the one. The Williams again, absolutely on the chart for the constructors here. Then P4 and P5, a good place to be in. 6 laps to go in this race. They can keep pushing, as Bakey says. Evening, good to see you, Bakey, in chat. A good time to turn up, as the race now is coming to the end. A very thrilling end for sure is about to come, as Pesci now will get us. There's ghosting at the back. What happened to the Bird there? Looks like he made a mistake, and Pesci got past him, dropping to P5 now. The Bird is not I'll be looking for 10-second penalty for cutting the corner for Coffee. That will definitely compromise whatever he's going to get in now. That's P3 for Pesci now, absolutely pushing here. And I did not expect this. I did not expect Merck to be in P2 after starting from the back here today. Definitely one of the contenders for driver of the day, absolutely in line with Deck, because Deck has had a very good race here today. If a tier 2 reserve could be driver of the day, Paco would have been up there. But like, oh boy, it looks like, oh, as I said, Mr. P is going that 3-second penalty. Not what he would want at all, as him and Paco were squabbling there. And it looks like that might have cost him to get this penalty. But Bird and Hayes are switching places. Pesci getting that quickest lap. As Pesci has moved up to P2 now. Merck dropping down to P3. The Bird now will put pressure on that Mercedes. 5 laps to go. And that 3-second penalty that Mr. P will be sitting on definitely will not make him happy whatsoever, because he's going to lose places if he can't pull away that 3 seconds. Now we'll see, as Merck now still be pushing Bird. Declan still leading this race, doing a good job to keep his composure. On 9 laps is done on those hard tires. Anybody else getting that 3-second penalty? We'll see. Let's actually check this. Oh, that's a 3 for Rusted Bolt too, as they are piling them up now, coming to the end of this race. Mr. P definitely will be happy seeing that, but he still has the pressure of Bam and Parkour behind on those 3-second penalties, as Parkour slightly losing time to Mr. P now. That's exactly what he'll be looking for. Definitely he can't beat the drivers in front, because they do not have that penalty, but he can't settle for that P6. He should have that. Pesci in a good position to win this race here, as he is going for the move on Deck on the inside now. Takes the lead of this race. Bird is going to move up to P3 ahead of the Mercedes, who will tuck right behind into P4. Coming to the end of this race, 10 laps Hazer has done on those hard tires, so he will struggle a little bit when it comes to fighting with the drivers in front. Who is going to grab this win here as they are pushing out Pesci with a Bird fastest lap 132.4. See now, look, going to the back now. Mr. P has lost that DRS to the drivers in front. Not what he wants. Pull that 3 seconds away from the driver behind him. Does he have that pace? More of the pace in his car than Parkour behind. Pull the 3 seconds that he'll be looking for, but to hope that they are squabbling in front. That will give him the opportunity to catch up. Now that goes heading to the back now. Steel Lane right behind, as Destroyer Drag making a move on Iceman up to P14. There's yellow flags, more yellow flags. Who is that? It's Rusted Bolt. He's gone for a spin. Visa RB will not be loving this. The Williams team will be absolutely smiling. They are going to pull away at the top of the constructors. Mercedes will not be hating that at all too, because the Visa RB of Rusted Bolt has spun. down to P15. He does have that 3-second penalty. Filthy Ghost has the penalty behind him too, but gotten stuff for the LB. Has not been their race here today, but Bird will try to maximize the points that he can here as he's coming to a thrilling end here. Declan is going to take that place back on Pesci, and when they cross the line, they're going to have 4 laps to go in this one. Mr. P still trying to pull that 3 seconds away from Paco behind as Hazer now as Angry Badger, and still fighting behind with Viva and stealing. Viva looking for that top 10 that he definitely will be happy with. Having a good race here today, getting ahead back of Angry Badger into the top 10. He needs to get back into Steel Lane, the DRS Steel Lane has, because he also has that 3-second penalty. This race that Viva definitely will be happy with if he can get that P9, as there's more ghosting in front. I don't know who that was. Somebody was ghosting as making contact. Angry Badger and Black Panther, as Black Panther was trying around the outside coming out of turn 1. Viva is up to P10 now. He's going to be pushing to catch Steel Lane in front, and he is looking like he's going to catch Steel Lane, but it looks like somebody was ghosting. I don't know who it was, but Mr. P now definitely has lost that DRS to driver in front, and now he's going to have to be pure pace if he wants to stay in front of Bam and Parkour. He's going to have to push it hard now as Parkour now has gotten that 3-second penalty. And now Bam is the one who can take maximum, take the position here. Definitely if he can stay close to Paco, he can get the position from her. But can he get it from Mr. P? Because Mr. P does have just a little bit over 3 seconds on him, as the Mercedes of Merck is now going to be overtaken by Hazer. He does not have that DRS. Hazer is going to complete that move on him. Up to P4 he goes. And Williams are absolutely charging. They want the constructors this season, and it looks like they are going to get it with this driving that they are showing on here today, as Mark will take that place back on Hazer again. That's what the Bird did a few laps earlier, when you just do it, get overtaken and switch back before you get to the end of that straight. It's a very, very long straight. It is the longest straight that we have in Formula 1. Very straight that brings very interesting racing. These two will definitely be fighting for P4 here now. How can they get this done? Paco is going to be pushing hard now as he's ghosting for. It looks like someone in front is actually getting lapped. That's why it's ghosting. We believe it's EMT. That's where the ghost was for. So now Paco has that 3-second penalty. She's absolutely pushing here, showing her true pace. Now she has that penalty. She wants to run that penalty down, and she will be catching up to Mr. P here, and she can't finish ahead of him with the DRS. She's gonna have that DRS though from EMT. This, as you remember, when you are getting lapped, you're meant to move away and not give the driver behind the DRS. But that's what EMT is going to do, because he is behind Mr. P, and we'll be looking to get past the Mercedes. Maybe he hasn't read the rules yet, but the stewards will be the ones to handle that, and that's not what the Ferrari team will want whatsoever. But Hazer and Merck are going to continue their fight here with a few laps to go in this one. They'll be starting the penultimate lap at the end of this one. This is exactly how I said the race was going to be. Pesci, Deck, and the Bird. And it is. My prediction is still going. And if they finish like this, someone needs to buy me a beer. For the absolutely spot-on prediction, as Hazer dives down the inside of the Mercedes there. Not be the best move, as EMT now gets that 3-second penalty, as Mr. Paco now is going to be behind Mr. P 1.5 seconds with a lap to go. And yellow flags at the back. There's more yellow flags. Someone is speeding here. I believe that's Steel Lane. And Viva now up to P10. Looks like he's going to secure the top 10. Surely he's going to be a very, very happy man here, as Hazer and Merck are going to be switching. Merck can set it up now on the final lap, when we'll be going for the move, as Mr. P slightly gaining on them, and Hazer looking to defend here. As who is that? What I think it is, as Hazer. I thought Hazer caught up to the drivers in front. Deck, Bird, and Pesci on your final run in this race. Can Bird grab his second win this season? Can Pesci grab his first win of the season? So is something happening at the back? Is yellow flag at the back from EMT? They can keep going now. Merck is going to set that move up, as Deck now be looking for it. It's going to be on the penultimate lap of this one. Who wants to be in the lead of this race? Bird right behind Pesci. He take the move, take the place here up to the lead of this race as they head down now the straight. Pesci is not going to defend it too hard, because he knows It's going to be one more opportunity. Are they going to go 3 wide here? Who is going to decide that they want to lead the final lap of this race? You do not want to lead the final lap. Trust me, here at Vegas, you do not want to lead the final lap. But we'll see who decides to go for it. It's going to be Declan. And on the final tour here at Vegas, Declan is going to be the leader of this race. How is the podium positions going to be set up? Who is going to grab the second win of the season? As Hazer now will be getting past the Mercedes of Merck, as Mr. P now has caught back up to his teammates, and this is exactly what he will need to defend from Paco behind, who's also sitting on the 3-second penalty. But now they will be going. Hazer is going to be a lot under immense pressure, as he has 2 Mercedes behind him. One does have the 3-second penalty though, so he will still finish ahead of them. There's going to be a lot of pressure for Hazer to defend, but we know the defense capabilities of Hazer, and we'll see if he can show that up here on the final lap of this one. Bird putting a lot of pressure on Pesci. Declan has saved as much ERS as he can, and on the final time that they're going to head down this back straight, Declan is definitely going to have to burn it all. He's going to have to use it all here, because Pesci and Bird are going to have that DRS, but not with the best entry into that corner. That will now set up Pesci and the Bird, and who is going to be a winner? They're all going to burn it all as they are going down the straight. The wheels turn around. ERS and DRS definitely on, as Declan is still ahead. Does he have that pace to keep ahead? Pesci is gaining. He's going to look for it down the inside. Declan is definitely not going to give it up. He's going to try around the outside, but Pesci takes the lead of this race. Declan is in P2, and Bird might have to settle for P3 if he doesn't have that pace as they head down now the straight. Merck couldn't get past Hazer going down the straight, as he's going to take that P5. Bird gets Declan right on the line, as Declan is going to have to take P3. Hazer can't keep his P4. Beautiful defending from him. I don't know how he did that, but he kept that P4. Merck and Mr. P will take 5 and 6. A good drive from the Mercedes duo, as Parkour, the first race in Tier 1, showing why she should be up here, as Bami P8, Black Panther P9, Viva rounds up that top 10. A good drive from him. Destroyer Jack will take P11 for Alpine. Angry Badger in P12, Iceman in P13. Rusted Bolt, after spinning in the race, will not be happy with the end of his race. We'll have to just settle for P14, Filton 15, Coffee 16, and JCFC will round up the grid in P17. You see, that is your winner here. It looks like my prediction just failed when it came to 2 and 3, as Declan and Bird switched places. Declan stole it right at the end, but it looks like it's going to be a championship fight between those two. They're going to stand 1-2 again. Williams and Visa will beat Pesci and Bird, standing 1-2 again. Declan, was it Declan on the podium with them last week, or who was it on the podium with them last week? Yeah, I believe it was Declan, wasn't it? So the same podium as it was last week. Unbelievable stuff. These 3 are definitely going to be going for a championship fight. Pesci, though, is your winner here today. Who guys will driver of the day? It's probably going to be Merck, because I think he started lowest and finished highest here. So Merck takes your driver of the day for the game. A good one that was, and a good race to watch. That safety car changed this race, man. Changed this race. Oh, why did I skip the podium for celebration? I usually don't do that. I usually do not do that. Sorry, guys, for skipping that. But you saw the 3 that finished on the podium, and you know what I was going to say. The champagne definitely tasted the best in the Williams camp, as Pesci wins here. Bird will take that fastest lap of the extra point. Declan P3. Hazer P4. P5 will go, and 6 will go for the Mercedes duo of Merck and Mr. P. 7 for Paco. 8 Bam. Back on will take P9, and Viva rounds up that top 10 in a brilliant race here. At Vegas. Thank you guys for tuning in for another good one here. Tomorrow we'll be at Bahrain in Tier 2, and can Gandalf do what Bird failed to do here today and grab 2 wins in a row for the start of Season 9. As Gandalf and you'll see Mickey, Viking Fox, Destroyer Drac, Parkour, and the top fighters in Tier 2 will be back tomorrow to entertain us at a round at Bahrain. Parkour cause an upset. We'll see what you can do. Look where you finished. Look where you finished. Look at your quickest time. Sunburger. Smells like promotion. I'm gonna keep singing it. And if you get moved up, just know it was my fault. Good one there. And I've been Willie Fernandez. We have been UFRL. Good night and goodbye.